Hello, brothers and sisters in the Heartdweller family. My name is Robbie. Caroline and I are missionaries at the City of God Mission in Ghana. This is a message that was given to Mother Caroline, and I'm reading it on her behalf. Caroline begins. I was doing the Lord's Supper, and my intentions for the supper to the Lord was for souls who have unknowingly been initiated into the dark world by fallen ministers of the church. My Lord's Supper readings were as follows. The first reading was Ezekiel 37, verses 12 to 14. And it says, Therefore prophesy and say to them, Thus says the Lord God, Behold, O my people, I will open your graves and cause you to come up from your graves and bring you into the land of Israel. Then you shall know that I am the Lord when I have opened your graves, O my people, and brought you up from your graves. I'll put my spirit in you, and you shall live, and I'll place you in your own land. Then you shall know that I, the Lord, have spoken it and performed it, says the Lord. My gospel readings for the Lord's Supper are from John chapter 11, verse 20 to 27 and 38 to 44. And it says, Then Martha, as soon as she heard that Jesus was standing, went and met him, but Mary was sitting in the house. Now Martha said to Jesus, Lord, if you had been here, my brother would not have died. And even now I know that whatever you ask of God, God will give you. Jesus said to her, Your brother will rise again. Martha said to him, I know that he will rise again in the resurrection on the last day. Jesus said to her, I am the resurrection and the life. He who believes in me, though he may die, he shall live. And whoever lives and believes in me shall never die. Do you believe this? She said to him, Yes, Lord. I believe that you are the Christ, the Son of God, who is to come into the world. Then Jesus, again groaning in himself, came to the tomb. It was a cave, and a stone lay against it. Jesus said, Take away the stone. Martha, the sister of him who was dead, said to him, Lord, by this time there is a stench, for he has been dead for 4 days. Jesus said to her, Did I not say to you that if you would believe, you would see the glory of God? Then they took away the stone from the place where the dead man was lying. And Jesus lifted up his eyes and said, Father, I thank you that you have heard me, and I know that you always hear me. But because of the people who are standing by, I said this, and that they may believe that you sent me. Now when he had said these things, he cried out with a loud voice, Lazarus, come forth. And he who died came out bound hand and foot, with grave clothes and his face. That is the end of the readings. So while meditating on the readings, the Lord gave me understanding on how individuals, families, churches, and even nations are bound in graves by the enemy. In my spirit, I was stirred to pray for the deliverance of my father's house and of Brother Robbie, my husband's father's house, from the evil power of the grave. When I raised up the sanctified host and lifted up the two families to be delivered, I declared, This sacrifice defeated death and the grave. The heavens opened, and I saw 3 realms. The first realm I saw the throne of grace with all its glory. The second realm was in impregnable darkness. The third realm was our heavens that covers the earth. In the first heaven I heard Blessed Mother, Saint Michael, Saint Gabriel, Saint Raphael, and Father Pio and Prophet Ezekiel, and a host of warrior angels being given assignments. This particular assignment, and a host of members of the cloud of witnesses were assigned to back them with prayers. Suddenly the throne of grace descended, went through this dark realm, and when it passed, I saw a gigantic demon, like a praying mantis following the throne of grace in retaliation. It went behind the throne of grace. When it came near the throne, the glorious light surrounding the throne started swallowing the huge demon. And a flaming rotating sword appeared, obliterated the demon, and I saw the remains of its flesh on the sword. Jesus appeared before me and said, Why are you in my presence but still in doubt? I answered, Jesus, I want to see you. Jesus revealed himself to me and showed me the wounds on the palm of his hands. Suddenly in spirit I found myself in my father's compound, and I was with the Lord, and the hosts from heaven were busy ministering in my father's house. I will share one event I saw. The angels were shredding off demonic masks from my mother and my eldest sister. I switched constantly from my father's home to my in-laws, and the archangels, the warrior angels, were very busy. And Jesus spoke to me again, saying, "Haven't I told you before that I've given you all heaven to intercede with you whenever you pray?" When I lifted up the chalice, I declared Ephesians 1:7, which says, "In him we have redemption, through his blood, the forgiveness of sins, according to the riches of his grace." And suddenly, after declaring this verse, a hand appeared when I started praying for redemption. However, Jesus said, blood cannot redeem before forgiveness. I immediately changed my prayer, asking the blood of the Lord to forgive and deliver. Suddenly, blood started dripping from the hand, first for forgiveness, then for deliverance. I joined the heavenly intercessors in spirit quietly as they prayed for 5 minutes before I returned to the Lord's Supper. Family, our lives, destinies, marriages, ministries, finances, health are in bondage in the realm of the dead. Pray for me as we prepare prayer points for deliverance from the power of the grave. We thank you, family, for the donations to the Heartdweller Africa ministry that is supporting the Mission House and the City of God project. There's a lot yet to be accomplished, so your prayers and support will continue to be a blessing to the ministry and to the mission and to the community around the mission. End of this message. Until next time.